Hi, and how are you today? If you ask me, I'm great. It's actually gray and rainy and a little cold outside, but I'm still great, because I chose to be great today. I don't feel like getting drawn in by this weather thing, and everyone's like, it's so cold and it's autumn, and like, I don't like that. So I'm just choosing to be great. And actually, what I was gonna promise to talk about was the vocabulary we use every day, really. So when you ask, how are you? When you say, like, I'm okay, how do you feel when I'm okay? You're probably a little bit affected by the weather. Maybe you didn't have a good day. It's fine. Some days are not that good. And if you're asked, like, how are you today? And you're like, I'm good. That sounds already better. At least when I say I'm good, that means like, I'm quite okay. I'm positive. And if you ask, how are you today? I'm like, I'm great. That means like, I'm really willing to feel great. I make an effort to feel great. And I remember when we were in this first self-care workshop, I gave my students like a list of vocabulary to use instead of the vocabulary you always use. So, for example, you could even say, I am having a spectacular day. Of course, it has to feel natural. If I'm saying, like, I'm having a spectacular day, it might feel like almost a little bit exaggerated. So I'm staying with what feels right. And for me, if somebody asks me how I am, I say, I'm great. So I'm actually lightening up when I say I'm great, because I like to say I'm great. So you can choose every day what kind of vocabulary you use in your own language, which lifts you up, really. Because first, it's about listening to yourself and seeing what you're actually using. Notice how it makes you feel, because this is certain questions which are asked every day. Like, how are you? I mean, at least I ask people how they are, because I'm sincerely interested how they are. It's not just like, oh, how's it going? Yeah, I'm fine. Like this. It also, of course, you use that too. But if somebody comes to the studio, I sincerely ask, how are you today? And it's always nice to see, like, yeah, somebody's like, actually, I'm not having a good day, which is fine too. It's just like this kind of like honest way of telling. So I think the best thing about this is like going through words you use and then deciding how you could replace them with something else. Not just like in the how are you, but also in anything else, really. So especially when we get asked questions. So I've had here like a really funny list of the different like emotions and how you can transform them too. For example, if you're feeling really angry, like, oh, I'm really, really mad. How about saying, I'm feeling disenchanted? It doesn't makes it feel so heavy. It's like, angry, so you get tight and everything, but feeling disenchanted, well, you have to find something like this in your language, right? Somebody who is like depressed, oh, I'm so depressed about this. You hear people saying that. So for example, you could say, I'm feeling calm before the action, not on top of stuff, but I'm on my way. So again, oh, I'm depressed, oh, turning that around into something which is like looking forward to change, really. So if you choose to do that. And then there is one word which I don't like to hear, and I hear it a lot in people, is when they say, I hate this. Oh my God. It's like, it just makes me shriek. It's like, oh, please don't use this word around me, because I don't like that word. It's like, you have no reason to hate anything. There's really no reason. So instead of using the word hate, it's like, instead of hate, you can say like, I prefer, I just using a positive meaning to it. And it often feels like people who use this word a lot, there's some grunge in them. And they just express anything with that word. And if you're one of them, then just change and say, instead of saying I hate this, you say I prefer, I would rather do it this other way. So just having a positive thought, like vocabulary with it. And then there's maybe one more, which we are very all are. It's like, I'm so stressed. I just heard my daughter, 8-year-old daughter, telling me like, Mama, you're stressing me. And it's like, it's so much in the society. Why are we talking about stress all the time? So how about I'm busy. I'm blessed with the ability to do all these amazing things I'm doing. Or, for example, I'm energized. So instead of being stressed, be energized, because stress, the word itself already makes you go like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do all this. But if you say like, I'm energized because I have so much to do, it actually gives you more than it takes from you. Stress takes from you, energized gives to you. So it's again in the vocabulary you use. And then there was another thing about good words and great words. So you can say, like I mentioned in the beginning of this talk already, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, but how about I feel awesome? And how about a good word would be, I'm feeling peaceful today. What about being, I feel serene? Or I'm feeling terrific, which is already a really good word. How about I'm feeling ecstatic? So this is English language, of course, which I use a lot, but you can use it in your own language, and then just go from first the negative emotion expression to the better word, and then from a good word to even a greater word. So a wonderful word. So changing these everyday things a little bit, it first of all helps us to be more aware. It helps us to be more in the present, because we're actually looking at ourselves. And that's what we try to do with yoga. No, we are focusing on ourselves, on our feelings, on our emotions, on our thoughts, our body. Everything is just there. And the more we focus, the more we can change into what we really want to be. So this is fun. This is a homework for you. Like just changing your language, first of all, recognizing it and then changing it, and then seeing how you feel, because that's what's the game changer in the end. Like I said, like it's gray, it's dull. Haven't been out yet, so probably some people are going to say like, oh, what a day. But I'm not going to be affected by it, because it's really not the weather. It's what's inside. So have a wonderful day with that. I wish you like a spectacular day. Thank you for listening.